We're about 10 miles due east of the U.S. Capitol building at Northwest Stadium in Landover. Today, a good one in the AFC East. It's the Philadelphia Eagles and the Washington Commanders. Mike Tirico along with Greg Olson. That is Jake Elliott getting this one started. Off we go from Northwest Stadium. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Washington offense going to make their way to the field for the first time. They are led out by the veteran of so many teams. We don't have time to tell you how many teams. Man who's got a lot of jerseys in his closet. It's Josh Johnson.
He falls into a category, Mike, of the ultimate journeyman, and I just think it's a credit to him that he's been able to stick around this long in the NFL in a clear backup role, and it just speaks volumes to the presence that he has in the quarterback room. Now, he's not the guy you're going to give the keys to your franchise to and build your team around, but every time he is called into action, he seems to deliver. Now, that's the case here today, and if history tells us anything, he's going to rise to the occasion, and he's going to give his team a chance. The best quarterbacks don't see the rush, they feel the rush, and that's exactly what this guy was able to do here. He's able to escape the initial pressure and immediately realizes, I got some space out in front of me, picks up a solid gain here on first down.
That's a quick throw over to Samuel, and he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. After that play, we have one of the Commanders who is down. Not something you want a minute of the game. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Now it's the Arizona product, that is Corey Prosky-Merritt. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4.
47-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
It is 2nd and 6. Moore going in motion. And he will work this down inside the 40. That's going to be good enough to move the chains. First down.
I like the change of pace. The idea that you want to keep the ball on the ground, but you don't want to do it in the traditional sense of just turning around and handing it off to your running back. So this time, they give it to the wide receiver. They get him in space, get the ball in his hands, and he turns it into a solid game.
Now they'll set up to throw. Oh, the ball's out. And I think the Eagles have it. Yes, they do.
And that's just got to be a really deflating way to start this game, Mike. I mean, you work on this opening script all week long with the expectation that you're going to start fast, and then you come out early, careless with the ball. They knock it loose and create the early takeaway.
So, here come the Eagles, and they are led by the reigning Super Bowl MVP. What a season for Jalen Hurts. Took the Eagles to the mountaintop. Now his 6th season in the NFL.
This is someone who just seems like every year they just get better and better, Mike, right? I mean, think back, whether it was Alabama to Oklahoma to being a Heisman finalist, going from a backup role to MVP candidate. His development has been fun to watch, and now he's universally considered one of the best all-around quarterbacks in the league, and if they want to leave here with a win, they're going to need him to be just that.
And he did a pretty good job to get back to the line of scrimmage as he's chased out of bounds.
Just getting anything out of that one, I think, is a positive. It looked like he might have to throw it away early. Instead, he pulls it down. He winds up picking up a yard.
Here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. He's got the 2021 Heisman winner. That's Devontae Smith. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
And it doesn't really matter who you put on him, Mike. When you want to play one-on-one man coverage against a receiver like this, there's not a whole lot else you can do. It's hard to put help over the top because the ball's being thrown out by the sidelines. I like playing in and out. I like playing zones. Somebody underneath, somebody over the top. Share the responsibility. But that's not what they're doing. That's straight man coverage. Quarterback sees the matchup. There's no question where the ball's going to go.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Commanders' 40-yard line.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Hurts going to fire this one out to Smith. And he'll be out of bounds. It's a gain of 4, and that gains them another first down.
That's good.
So as the saying in the NFL, Mike, short throw, long catch, and that's exactly what they wanted to go with here. Operate in the quick game, don't stress the protection, and while he didn't get necessarily the big play, he does get enough to move the chains.
Dotson, the man in motion. Again, Hurts. He'll get that out to Barkley. And he's out of bounds. Gain of 4. It'll bring up 2nd down.
So anytime you decide to blitz, the hope is that the secondary can hold up long enough to allow the extra pressure guys to get to the quarterback. But when you don't get to the quarterback and he's able to get the ball on time and in rhythm, there are holes in the back end, and they're able to pick up the first down.
Hurts delivers it quick to Brown. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Hurts again. He'll try to run for it. Give him 11 on the scramble and give them a new set of downs.
This is an element that defensively you always have to be ready to defend. You can't just accept that it's a pass and be so consumed with the receivers downfield. You have to account for the quarterback as a scrambler. You can see why as he's able to get out of the pocket and pick up the first down.
First carry for Saquon Barkley. And he'll be taken down. Do we have a chance for the first points of this game as they've set up 1st and goal?
This is how you draw up your opening possession when you're on the road. The longer the drive goes, the quieter the crowd gets. Continue to mix in that run game. Let's see if they can finish off by putting this ball in the end zone.
Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down. He was looking for A.J. Brown that time. And it'll bring up 2nd and goal. They send one of the tight ends in motion to the left. They'll run straight ahead with Barkley. And he is going the wrong way. Tackled back at the 7.
And after putting together what's been a long and methodical drive, they suddenly find themselves on the verge of potentially stalling out. So this defense, they can get a stop here. That would feel like a pretty big win on a drive that's largely been dominated by the offense.
3rd and goal for Hurts. And that is incomplete. Devontae Smith, the intended receiver. And it'll be 4th and goal coming up.
Brings up
Just a couple plays ago, Mike, it felt like a touchdown was kind of inevitable. They were doing everything they wanted as they marched the length of the field, and then as they got down here close to the red zone and that field condenses, they started getting sloppy in their execution. Now, what do they do on 4th down? Do they try to keep their offense out there and extend the drive, or do they settle for 3?
So after the field goal to open up the scoring, the kicker's back out for this kickoff. He fields it at the 8. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. The Commanders' offense ready to possess the football for the second time. They fumbled it away on that opening possession. Fortunate, it only led to a field goal, so they're in a 3-0 hole as they start this drive. 1st and 10. Runs to begin the drive, and it's Crosby Merritt. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. 12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick 1st down.
The trend around the league, Mike, is that we've seen that running back has really turned into a young man's game. And there's something to be said for having some fresh legs, fresh out of college. They love the dynamic ability this guy brings to their rushing attack, and it's clear why.
A zone read here, and he's going to keep this himself. Probably should have given that one up. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
A lot of defensive strategy of defending the zone read, Mike, is we want that quarterback to pull the ball. It's one of their few chances throughout the course of the game where they can get their hits on them, and in this case, they're able to hold them to no gain.
That's swung out to Crosby Merritt. And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the 1st down marker, but it is a pickup of 9.
10 brings up 3rd and 1.
It's going to be 3rd. They need 1. It's the quarterback with the sneak. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down. They'll go, and Crosby Merritt has it. And he's going to have a Commanders 1st down. As they manage to convert, that'll keep this drive alive.
This play should always end up converting a 4th down, especially at this distance. But you can't tell me there weren't some nerves on that sideline as they sent that play in to snap it. But fortunately, nothing to worry about. The offense gets it done.
He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up.
This pass rush is continuing to make their presence felt here in the early going, and for this quarterback, he's lucky to at least get rid of that ball because they were on the verge of recording their 2nd sack, and we're still here in the 1st quarter.
The motion man here is McClure. Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. We'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
To Terry McLaurin. That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and
3. 3rd down and 3. Back to throw. Pushed out to his left. And that's a veteran quarterback doing what veterans do. Don't take the extra hit. Got the 1st down, get down. The drive continues.
First and 10 at the 20.
Anytime a quarterback decides to tuck itself into a runner, You can just feel the sideline hold their breath. They're just hoping that he gets down, picks up enough for the first down, but more importantly, protects himself so he can get himself back up and continue on.
They'll go with Bill. That's Krosky Merritt. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2.
Jalen Phillips on the tackle. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 8. The man in motion is Burks. He'll drop to throw. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
It's clear whatever they were trying to set up was not going to work. He went through his entire progression, had nobody to throw the ball to, and just kind of surrenders the play and throws it away.
3rd, they need 8. Out of the gun, he'll throw. He bought as much time as he could, but he will finally be taken down.
There's no real fancy explanation here, Mike. I mean, he just flat out beats the guy in front of him, and I don't think they could have drawn up a better start here in the opening quarter.
So Jake Moody now out for the field goal. Spotted at the 35, this a 45-yard attempt. Moody's kick is good. And the Commanders will tie the game at 3 apiece.
Roughing a kicker. Defense.
So the mistake there, the roughing call on the field goal, they'll take the 3 points off the board, keep possession of the ball, and have it first down. A run out of the gun, Krosky Merritt, and he broke through the initial contact, winds up getting about 3. It's 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. And he's going to be dropped. They get to him back at the 15-yard line. That is Jalen Carter, the Georgia product, barreling in for the sack.
What a first half for this pass rush, huh, Mike? I mean, they have just completely dominated this game. They are in complete control, and you have to imagine this offensive line, there's got to be some adjustments up front. They just cannot allow their quarterback to continue to be hit like this.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. So just a lone field goal in the first quarter of play. It's the Eagles with the early advantage. More after this. You're watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. Commanders with the football to begin the second quarter. So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long as we are ready to get back underway. The pressure gets there again, and again he goes down.
This is the epitome of team defense. Not only are you able to rush the passer and put relentless pressure on him play after play, but the coverage on the back end is so tight. There's just nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball. You see him just continue to hold the ball that extra second in the pocket, and with the way these guys are pass rushing, that's all the time they need.
So Jake Moody now out for the field goal. This will be a 38-yard attempt. Moody's kick is good, and the Commanders will tie the game at 3 apiece.
3-3.
So the field goal ties things up, and we're back at it as this kicks away. On the return, it's Tank Bigsby. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense ready to take over for their second possession. They'll work in a tie game here in the second quarter and get started with 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
Defenses always have to make a decision, Mike. How do they want to defend the zone read? Some teams want the quarterback to keep the ball. They want the ability to tackle the quarterback. Other teams, they want it to be a give read, and that's what we saw here. They were ready for it, and they take the running back down for a loss.
Now Jalen Hurts on 2nd down. That's complete to his big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. Oh, he's got a man. That's caught by Brown. 17 yards, the gain there. 1st down, Philadelphia.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
I really like the rhythm that this offense has found. I mean, that 3rd down, that wasn't a layup by any means, but they made it look easy. Everybody was exactly where they needed to be. The quarterback did a nice job working through his progression, saying, okay, I understand this is zone defense. I understand where the limitations of the coverage are. I'm going to get to that spot on the field as fast as I can, deliver the ball, pick up the 1st down.
That screen goes for 12, and that's a 1st down.
1st down, Eagles.
On play action, here's Hurts. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. He was looking for A.J. Brown that time, and it'll be 2nd down.
The whole idea of that short pass is designed to get the ball into the hands of the receiver in space and let him do the rest after the catch. But the key word there, Mike, is get the ball into the hands of the receiver. He doesn't secure the catch, so there is no run after.
That one too far out in front to be brought in, and it's incomplete. He was trying to find Saquon Barkley coming out of the backfield. And it'll be 3rd down.
Yards to go.
To the air again, Hurts. And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield.
In all of these downs, they're all tied together. Decisions made on 1st and 2nd down are what led to that result on 3rd. They were forced into an obvious passing situation on 3rd and long, and this pass rush is able to just pin their ears back and go after the quarterback.
So on 4th down, they'll call on Braden Mann to punt. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. Here comes the Washington offense now. They get set to take over. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. On play action, he'll set up to throw. The pressure, gets there, and down he goes. It's Jalen Phillips in there for the sack. It is a loss of 6 to begin the drive.
What an unbelievable performance by this pass rush to start this game. And then on the flip side of things, I'm not sure if things could get any worse for this offensive line. I mean, they've got to figure something out, and they've got to do it in a hurry because they are completely outmatched right now at the moment.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Now here's a keeper on the zone read. The defense not fighting. They stay at home, and they tackle him for no gain.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. Headed left. That'll be picked up by the Eagles. The quarterback was on the move, starting to gain some yards, but then he lost the ball. And the fumble was recovered by the defense.
And early on, Mike, it was actually a really good job by the quarterback, extending that play, getting some positive yards with his legs, but he decided not to slide and give himself up. He takes that hit, loses the ball, and now the defense takes over.
Here comes the Philly offense now as they make their way back onto the field. They'll start in outstanding field position, looking for a way to break our tie. And in motion is Brown. They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. And he finds some space, tackling after a gain of 7 on 1st down.
Tackle made at the 21-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
From the 21, here's 2nd and 3. They'll stay on the ground with Barkley. And he'll be close to a 1st down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short.
On the stop. A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and
1. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. They'll try to sneak it here. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
A gain of a yard. That's good for an Eagles 1st down. A gain of 1 yard. 1st down, Philadelphia.
So they move inside the 20. 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll try the jet sweep. Here comes Brown. And that one shut down right away. Good pressure on the backside. The defense stops him for no gain.
When you come across on a jet sweep, Mike, you're hoping once you get the ball, all you see is green grass and open space. Well, in this case, he had a lot of unhappy defenders waiting for him, and they're able to put him down behind the line.
A 2nd down throw for Hurts. This one into the hands of Brown. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
3-yard gain on the play brings up 3rd down.
A shotgun snap now to Hurts. He'll get this one complete to Brown. And the Eagles are going to have 1st and goal, trying to finish off this drive with a touchdown. A gain of 11, and it's 1st and goal.
At the 5-yard line.
5 yards from the house. They've got it 1st and goal. Let the fullback try to power it home. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's 2nd and goal.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal.
Hurts going to keep it on the option. And he will take it in himself. Jalen Hurts. Touchdown, Eagles. The ability for the quarterback to run with it. Greg, great choice there as he gets in the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, what makes the zone read so effective down near the goal line is it forces the defense to account for an extra player. In this case, it's the quarterback. And when he sees that end crash, he pulls it, and he's able to take it in himself.
Jake Elliott now for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Eagles take a 10-3 lead.
10. Commanders 3.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Commanders offense getting set to get back to work. Just the lone field goal for them so far, down 10-3 in this one. And they'll start 1st and 10. Now, faking the give, and he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. Nakobe Dean in there to drop him. Loss of 5 to start the drive.
Mike, this isn't real complicated. You're just not going to win a lot of NFL games when you continue to give up sacks at the rate that they are. I mean, this is just a complete disaster for this offensive line, and if they don't get it fixed, this game could be a runaway.
And a run. Here's Krowski Merritt. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it.
These edge rushers, they are judged for sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer. But they have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
It is 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Terry McLaurin, the intended target on that one. And it's going to lead to 4th down.
I understand it's 3rd down and the quarterback's trying to make a play, Mike, but if you're going to make a dangerous throw on 3rd down and you're going to force the ball into tight coverage, at least do it past the sticks. Try to pick up that 1st down and maintain possession. He tries to thread the needle. Ball falls incomplete, and now brings up 4th down.
But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. The Eagles offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. That's Goddard in motion. He'll start on the ground with Barkley. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
Mikey Sandler still on the tackle. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at their 49-yard line.
From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd and 1. Now Hurts going to call his own number. And he will slide to a halt, but he does have the 1st down.
A 5
The quarterback could have handed it. He could have kept it himself. I don't really think either option would have turned out much different. Great job by the defense having a plan for the running back and a plan for the quarterback, and they're able to force that carry for no gain.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Looking middle, and he's got Brown. And they'll take this down inside the 35. 11 yards for number 11. And a first down.
First and 10 at the
2 minutes to go here
line.
till halftime. We'll be back just outside the nation's capital after this. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. A run with Barkley. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Down at the 33-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's a 2nd and 9. Once again, it's Barkley. He'll take this down inside the 30. Frankie Louvu there to make the play defensively.
A gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
Here now, 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. He'll try and get there on the ground. He is dangerous when a play breaks down. A pickup of 18.
It's a gain of 18.
The Commanders will signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down.
And an Eagle first down.
Hurts. And that one is complete along the boundary. Good job of getting those feet in back. And he gets to the outside and takes it in. Dallas Goedert. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. 2 guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Elliott on now for the PAT. He's got it. And the Eagles move out in front by the score of 17-3.
Commanders 3.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Commanders' offense going to take over here in the last minute of this first half. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. They'll start the drive with Kronsky Merritt. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards.
Merritt, the ball carrier. He's tackled at the 29-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5. Now they'll set up to throw. He takes off. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. Now a timeout here by Washington. That is their 2nd, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining until halftime.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
He'll look to throw. He'll find his receiver, Chris Moore. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up second and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 44-yard line.
In it to win it.
Now the Commanders will use their third and final timeout, and they'll get together prior to this second down play.
Right, it's about time, fellas. Yes, it is about time, fellas. This is the one, boys. Here we go. Come on, let's make a play here.
Gonna look deep, looking for more. And penalty flags come in as it winds up incomplete, but no doubt there was contact there. So Jake Moody now out for the field goal. This about as short as you can get. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. Halftime coming up, and we'll take you down to Scott Hansen for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you. Second half drawing near. So good to have you back with us here on EA Sports.
Jake Moody to kick
Third
off.
quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. Here comes Will Shipley on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. On play action, Hurts. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up second down.
It leads to second
Wise
and
decision, especially at this stage of the game. You certainly don't want to force something and let the other guys right back into the game.
They'll try again here, second and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Open man, downfield, he's got his tight end, Goddard. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Big-time play for Philly. 31 yards.
First down, Eagles.
Well, I think it's pretty clear what the halftime message was from the coach, Mike. He said, I want to come out in this second half and deliver an early blow. Come out swinging. Well, I think they've made that statement pretty clear here to start the third quarter. And if they can finish this drive off with a touchdown, I think they'll have done just that.
This one not quite on target. Got him too much. That one falls incomplete. He was looking for A.J. Brown that time. And it'll bring up second down.
At this level, you just would expect a little bit better execution and accuracy on those intermediate throws. I think he had an opportunity there for a nice pickup. Off target, off rhythm, and ends up getting away from it.
Barkley's got the first down and more. And he's Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Eagles.
It's not often in the NFL, Mike, that we see a run play result in a touchdown of this length. A lot of things have to go right. The right look by the defense, executing by the offensive line and all of your blockers. And then sometimes it's just, I got a better guy with the ball in my hand than you do on defense. And I think all of those things here were at play and results in a big touchdown.
Here's Elliott for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Eagles will extend this third quarter lead.
Commanders 6.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. This one taken at the 7. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Commanders' offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. They're in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. Jalen Carter, he's in for the sack. It's going to be a loss of 8 to begin the drive.
Just simply more of the same, and you're just not going to have a lot of success, Mike, when you're constantly starting drives with 2nd and long, 3rd and long. It's just not a good way to play offense in the NFL, and here we go again.
The man in motion is Burks. Quickly to the outside and complete. We'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
Third down.
Could be worse. Can't feel paid for this.
Back to throw, and he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
It's third down. It's a passing down. You know they're going to bring pressure. We've seen it time and time again. But as we've seen, this offensive line, they just haven't been able to handle the different looks the defense has thrown at them, and the sacks keep piling up.
The Commanders set to kick this one away as he's on to punt for the second time. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The Eagles offense ready to get back at it. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll run straight ahead with Barkley. I don't think that was going too far either way. Defense right on it. They hold him to no gain.
I know it's easy from up in the booth, Mike, but I think that's one of those zone reads where the quarterback needs to pull it and keep it himself. The defense was clearly keyed on the running back. Not much room in there. No gain. On
2nd down, Barkley. free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up third down.
It's tough to completely celebrate, Mike, when you don't pick up the first down, but that's a run you will take every single time. I mean, good yardage, and in a lot of situations, it'll get you the first down, just not here.
Third and short, and Hurts will throw. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Dallas Goedert, that time. And it's going to bring up fourth down.
All right, so in these third and short, third and mediums, we're kind of seeing teams around the league, Mike, kind of start shifting to more of a run-down philosophy where they say, okay, even if we don't pick it up, we still have fourth down. So many teams around the league are playing with that philosophy. In this case, they keep it in the air, falls incomplete, just brings up a challenging fourth down decision.
The Commanders' offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field.
So there's multiple factors, Mike, that make blitzes successful. So, of course, there's the initial design. Can you attack the vulnerabilities of the offense's blocking scheme? And then in this case, the next phase is the timing. You can see this linebacker knew exactly when that ball was going to be snapped. The offensive line had no chance to identify and pick him up. And
it hangs up a bit too much. It's intercepted. Picked off by Adoree Jackson. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
I'm a big fan, Mike, of quarterbacks willing to take chances. I don't want my guys sitting there scared to throw the ball downfield. But as always, it does come with a little bit of balance. He tried to get that one all in one throw and just doesn't get quite enough pace on it, and it ends up going the other way.
The Eagles' offense ready to take over once more. They'll have a short field in front of them as they try to extend this lead out further. With Barkley. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
Line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 48-yard line.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Hurts. The open receiver is Dotson. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
To throw is Hurts. Now a screen set up for Barkley. And he is out of bounds at the 31-yard line. Give him 13 on that screen play. And a first down.
The best time to call a screen is when the defense is anticipating pass. Allow that defensive front to rush the passer. Just get through the offensive line enough before you drop it to your back. Get out behind those big offensive linemen and pick up the first down.
And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. 13, pretty lucky here. Back-to-back gains of 13. And another first down.
Well, Mike, you know the old saying, the more tight ends on the field, the better. And in this case, it worked out perfectly. A lot of big bodies on the field, hat for a hat. Nice job there by the back, picking up a good gain.
Here's the first carry for Tank Bigsby. And he's trying to get around the corner, but will not. Brought down, lost loss on the play.
Taken down.
How
back
often
at
do
the
we see
20-yard line.
linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings him down for a loss.
One of the tight ends motions right. Here's Hurts. He'll take this himself.
Hurts on the keeper. A gain of 2 makes it 3rd and 11.
A tough spot here. 3rd and long. We're out of the gun. They give it to Barkley. And that's not going to work at all. He'll manage to get back to the line. That is all. It is 4th down.
A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
Here's Jake Elliott now to try the field goal. It'll be a 35-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Eagles will extend their lead.
Jake Elliott to kick
And
off
back to
for
work goes
Philadelphia.
Elliott after making the field goal. He'll send this one away. Deebo Samuel going to get a chance to return it. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. Here comes the Washington offense now. They get set to take over. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on 1st down. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. Jalen Phillips. He gets in there for the sack. It's a loss of 4 to kick off this drive.
So many of these possessions start with negative plays on 1st down, and you're just going to hear every offensive coordinator stress. It is so important we don't fall behind the sticks, but when you just can't pass protect and give your quarterback time, this is going to continue to happen.
He'll drop to throw. Off balance throw. It's complete. And it'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
4 yards.
They get 24 on that one. 1st down, Washington.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
They'll motion over Samuel. Little quick pass to the receiver heading right. That one not disguised too well. He'll get back to the line. That's it.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 44-yard line.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. On the give, Krosky Merritt. And they get him to the ground, but he's all the way down to the 35-yard line.
It's a
20-yard pickup there. Good for a Commander's 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
The biggest element on a lot of these explosive runs, Mike, is can the running back make the first guy miss? That's exactly what he was able to do here, and it led to a big gain.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Krosky Merritt to run again. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down right at
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman, sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the gain to nothing.
The man in motion is Burks. Looking to throw here on 2nd and 10. That's complete. John Bates, the tight end. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
That's another.
A pickup of 14 on that one. First down, Washington.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
That's just such a tough throw. I mean, that's all arm. Being able to get your body turned and throw back across your body. I mean, it's one thing if you're just throwing it a couple yards to a check down. But in this case, he's still willing and able to push the ball downfield. And it does come some danger when you throw back across. But in this case, it's a big completion. Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the second half. The defense is going to give you some friendly run looks. So don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air.
And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. Jalen Carter getting through there to drop him for a loss of 6.
This guy's like a man amongst boys right now out here, Mike, and you just don't see these sort of dominant performances on the NFL level very often. I mean, whether they got to double team him or keep sliding the protection to him, I don't care what they got to do. Someone has to block this guy because he's completely destroying the entire game.
So, 3 quarters now in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing now from the gun. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
You can tell that all these hits, Mike, they're starting to add up. He just doesn't look comfortable. His eyes aren't downfield. You can see his feet aren't settled. When you get sacked this many times in a game, it's kind of hard to blame him, but he's definitely feeling it.
What can they do here? This is 3rd and forever. To the goal line and in. Harry McLaurin. Touchdown, Washington. Now Jake Moody for the extra point. He's got it, and the Commanders are able to edge a bit closer.
27, Commanders 13.
So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. Bigsby to return it. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. Saquon Barkley and this Eagle offense set to take over again. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter.
Let's show them what we're made of, D.
Hurts working in the pistol. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up second down.
Leads to second and 10.
I'm not sure what it was, Mike, but there was something off about that play from the jump. I'm not sure if it was the body language or the on-the-line of scrimmage communication, but it was pretty clear to me that they weren't on the same page, and I think the result showed.
Man in motion is Smith. Now Jalen Hurts on second down. That's caught by Smith on the right side. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
A shotgun snap now to Hurts. That's taken in by Dotson. 11 yards on the connection there. Good for an Eagles first down.
And an Eagles first down. A gain of 11 on the
I'd like to
play.
see them do a better job here the rest of the game, Mike, just disguising the coverage from the pre-snap look to the post-snap look. And what I mean is, when you have a quarterback at this level and what they see before the ball's in their hands is the exact same thing they see once they do get the ball, everything is just so much easier for them to process. Change the look, change the coverages, move your safeties. Make the quarterback have to process with the ball in his hand. I think the days where cornerbacks are either unwilling or unable to be involved in the run game, I think those days are over, Mike. I think when you look around the landscape of today's NFL, yes, you have to cover, but you also have to be able to come up and tackle.
To throw on second down is Hurts. This one is caught by Dotson. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 1.
It's going to be third. They need 1. They'll try to sneak it here. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's fourth down.
It's 4th down and less than a yard.
Here comes the Eagles punt team as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth quarter lead. This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. The Commanders' offense ready for this next possession. This will start from the 12, trying to put a drive together here. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. To the left side, into the hands of Moore. And they're going to get this all the way up close to the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of
They'll have a first down. It's a gain of 28.
And despite things looking pretty bleak at the moment, I think you got to respect the fact they're out there swinging. They're trying to pull off a double-digit comeback here in the fourth quarter.
To the air now on 1st and 10. And this is going to be caught, but they say out of bounds. So, incomplete pass.
Incomplete.
Just a little bit too much juice on that one, and you just can't throw the ball out of bounds. Give your receiver a chance to go up and compete for the ball, but when you miss that far wide, he's got no shot.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. No Nolan Smith. He gets in there to drop him for a big loss. And now it's 3rd and long.
I think the defense is confident that they'd be able to get after the quarterback, right, Mike? When we met with them this week, they felt like they had a really good plan, some exotic looks, some different pressure packages, and it's worked to perfection. I'm not sure they thought they'd be 1 sack away from breaking the NFL record for the most sacks in a single game, but here we are.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Now they'll set up to throw. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the first down.
Great pre-snap recognition here by the quarterback. He looks outside and sees man coverage, and he knows exactly where he's going to go with the ball. Now it's up to the receiver to create separation at the top of the route. Ball's on time, great placement, nice big pickup.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. And that's going to be incomplete. They had to take that chance, trailing here in the 4th. They will turn it over on down. Here comes the Philly offense now as they make their way back onto the field. They'll begin with great field position, a short field, in fact, as they start with a 1st down. Run up the middle with Barkley. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. A gain there of 16 yards. 1st down, Philadelphia.
Eagles, 1st down.
For that play to work, Mike, you have to distort the defensive line at the point of attack. And what that means is the offensive lineman, you need one of them to win their block. Move the defender out of his gap. Because when you do, you can see there is a nice run lane for the back to hit.
And he'll get about 3 on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
From the shotgun, it's Hurts. Short throw taken in by Goddard. Goes brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 2.
This one just too far for the receiver out in front of him. That one falls incomplete. He was looking for A.J. Brown that time. And that'll set up 4th down.
So with these RPOs, Mike, it really just comes down to trusting your quarterback to make split-second decisions and make the right read. And if you don't, you kind of just waste the down, and that's what we saw here.
3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Eagles will add to their lead here in the 4th quarter. And back to work goes Elliott after making the field goal. He'll send this one away. Here comes a return from the 3. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. The Commanders' offense about ready to take over once more. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Right away, they'll set up to throw. That's over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Anytime you see a receiver at this level miss a ball that easy, it's just concentration. They just take it for granted. All of a sudden, they're thinking about what their next move is or what they're going to do after the catch, and instead of just focusing on first things first, secure the catch, put the ball away, then become a runner.
Action, he'll set up to throw. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
Mike, it is not very often where I am at a loss for words. You know that by working with me. But let's just set this stage. They just allowed a modern NFL record 13 sacks in one game. I mean, to say this is absurd would be a dramatic understatement, and I hate to say it, but performances like this, people lose their jobs over.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long.
Go get him! Go get him! Go get him!
A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. Now pass deep from McLaurin. That is brought in. And he will take this one in. 83 yards. Touchdown, Washington.
This is when you're very fortunate as an offensive play caller, Mike, that you not only have the speed on the outside, but you got the big arm behind center, because it doesn't get real fancy. If you can hold up in the protection, you're saying run as fast and as far as you can. I'm going to throw it as far as I can, and when you connect, it is a thing of beauty, and in this case, it results in a touchdown.
Moody's extra point is good. And the Commanders are able to cut the deficit to 10.
Commanders 20.
So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. Here is Shipley on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Saquon Barkley and this Eagle offense set to take over again. And he has been the focal point of this offense. When you get a performance like this, you can almost invariably know the offensive line's been stellar. And they have been so far. They'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. Oh, yeah. Just refusing to go down. He winds up with a gain of 7.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for, and I think this is a nice physical gain here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
And he's going to weave his way forward. It's a first down at the 44-yard line.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short, but there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
They'll stay on the ground with Barkley. Good physical run. It'll wind up as a gain of 5.
The tackle made just shy of midfield. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Hurts going to keep it on the option. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. They get 15 on that game. Good for an Eagles first down.
When you're defending Jalen Hurts, Mike, the challenge is not only do you have to try to take away all the weapons at his disposal, but you have to account for him as a runner. And in this case, that's exactly what the offense dials up, and you can see why.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So you find yourself playing with a 2-score lead. Of course, it goes without saying, Mike, you don't want to take any unnecessary risks. The primary reads weren't there, works through his progression, move on to the next play, and just throw that ball away.
2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. And he somehow manages to get back to the line of scrimmage before he's hustled out of bounds. 3rd and 10. Now Hurts taking a shot downfield for Smith. And he'll take it on in. Devontae Smith. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Elliott now for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Eagles will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Here comes a return from the 5. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Commanders' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read, seemingly every time. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there fast. He's taken down for a loss on the play.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 27-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 12. They'll throw out of the gun. Throw downfield and hauled in by Samuel. A pickup there of 28 yards.
And while it ultimately worked out for him this time, Mike, this is not a throw he wants to make a habit of, because that was risky. When he threw it, I thought that ball was being picked. I think he got away with one here, results in a big pickup, and get a fresh set of downs.
That one out in front of his big target. They cannot connect, and it falls incomplete.
Seems like the quarterback was a little predetermined in his read. I think he decided, even before seeing the coverage, where that ball was going. Next time, read the coverage. Let the play unfold. Don't force something that's not there.
Back to the air once more, and he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. Nakobe Dean in there to drop him that time. It's a loss of 7.
Just another example of poor decision-making. I mean, making a bad play even worse. There's nothing there on 2nd down. Just throw the ball into the stands and move on to 3rd. Now you take that sack, and it's going to take a miracle to stay on the field.
3rd and long. They'll look to throw. That's swung out to Krosky Merritt. He got a lot of what he needed, but just not enough. The mark is a couple of yards shy of the first down.
15 yards.
Here comes fourth
Brings
down.
up fourth down.
Nice job by the defense there, stopping them short on third down. Brings up fourth, but Mike, honestly, I don't think there's much decision to be made. He's got to keep his offense out there. They need to come away with points. Find themselves down multiple scores in this one. They're going to have to maximize these possessions.
And he's going to have the Commanders' first down. He's brought down after a gain of 7 on 4th and 2.
First and 10. at the
Fourth and short,
30-yard
initially,
line.
you could tell he's just trying to get this ball out of his hand quickly, just enough to move the chains. Defense did a good job taking his reads away, so he turns into a runner, puts his head down, picks up the first down, and keeps this drive alive.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. He'll drop to throw. A screen set up for Krosky Merritt.
Johnson's pass. Complete to Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt. It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5 at the 25-yard line.
They'll break the huddle. It's second and 5. Back to throw. A throw left side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
John Bates. Incomplete. Brings up third and 5.
Third and 5. He'll look to throw. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's fourth down.
On the coverage.
I really like the personnel adjustment by the defensive coordinator, Mike. They go dime coverage, so they're going to bring out 6 defensive backs, really play the pass and muddy it up with as many pass defenders as you can. Nowhere to go with the ball, and now we got to see, does the offensive coordinator, when he sees that dime package take the field, what answers does he have?
And that is not going to work. It is incomplete. They go for it on fourth and wind up turning it over on down. Saquon Barkley and this Eagle offense set to take over again. And still 2 timeouts left for the defense, but no real need to use them. They're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. From the 25, they'll go to work. First and 10. Hurts going to fire this one out to Smith.
Hurts pass. Complete to number 6, Devontae Smith. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8 at the 27-yard line.
They'll come up on a second down and 8. On the handoff, this is Barkley. And he'll be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this fourth quarter. So it's a win here for the visiting Eagles. In a game that was expected to be a cakewalk, pretty much turned out that way. Their class just much the best in this one as they cruise to an easy road victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.